So you can already see who it's by, and if it has like the title like across like the video, that generally means that it's like something that's already been recorded. So this is an Attack on Titan one shot used an Erwin X reader. Your point of view. That's all for today, Cadet LN, Erwin muttered as I scurried to put on my clothes. So what exactly are we? I asked with curiosity. I am your superior, and you are a cadet, he said, not even looking at me. Oh, I said as I finished putting on my clothes. Well, you're dismissed now, cadet, he said as I left his room. Wayne, you need to stop whatever's going on with you and the commander. It's just not right, Hanji told me, as he sat on our usual table. But what if, just maybe, he'll return my feelings? I said as I bit my bread. Wayne, you're being used to his own advantage. I don't want you to get hurt, Hanji tried off. I won't. I reassuringly smiled at her. Erwin, where have you been? Sasha asked me as I arrived at my room. Her voice caused Krista, Ymir, and Mikasa to groan as they were awakened. I ran some errands, I said as I popped on my bed. It's midnight, Wayne. Krista said, concerned. I'm fine, now let's get some sleep, I mumbled, and got some rest. Author's point of view. LN, wake up, you heard someone shaking you awake. No, you groaned, and tried to get comfortable, but you didn't have the time. Since the blanket was ripped from you, get your ass up, you heard Ymir's voice. Oh, you groaned as you woke up and got ready. LN, a voice boomed as you were sparring with Reina. Yes, H.O.? You stopped the sparring and you both saluted to the captain. I will need you in his office, he said plainly. He said it's urgent, he continued, before you bid Reina a goodbye and went to the commander's office. He sighed as you knocked the door. Name and business, he asked, voice lacing with authority. Cadet LN. Levi Hocho told me to see you urgently. You looked down and fidgeted with your fingers. Come in, cadet, he said as you opened the door and closed it unless we pushed back against it. Do you have any idea on how much of a tease you are? He growled as he placed several love bites on your neck. Owen, stop, you're gonna leave marks. You tried to stifle mine. Your body doesn't want me to stop. Wayne, so just enjoy this, he whispered against your ear, and you moaned in response. Owen, you moaned as he began traveling south. Commander, he said sternly. Commander, you complied. Commander, he asked with a very raspy voice as he sat up on the couch where you both had gotten intimate. He asked, not even looking up at his paperwork. If I die on our next expedition, will you miss me? He asked, looking down. Like, if I was to never come back alive here, will you miss my presence? You continued. If I was about to die on our next expedition, would you miss me? You looked down. Owen sighed as he got up from his chair and sat next to you. Look, cadet, he started as your gaze. There's no doubt that you're a very beautiful young lady, and the fact that you're letting me take advantage of you is beyond me. But I want to clear this between us. You brace yourself for what you're going to hear. But I don't have time to think about emotions. Can't exactly miss a cadet, because every expedition is not unusual for some cadets to not make it back inside the safety of the walls, he sighed, before continuing. You're a really talented and beautiful girl, but to answer your question, you breathed in as you waited for the words to come out. There's nothing worse than him not returning my feelings, right? You thought to yourself. I have too much blood on my hands. The future of mankind rests on these bloody hands. The burden of this world is rested upon my shoulders. So no, cadet LN, I won't miss you if you die, he told you loud and clear. You felt your heart shudder as you comprehended those words. Oh, I see, you muttered, trying not to cry in front of your superior. Well, what are we? You hesitantly asked, as if your heart wasn't already in pain. I am your commander, and you are a cadet. I fulfill your needs, likewise you fulfill mine, he said, not even thinking about what he says. Well, commander, you emphasized the word commander. If you'll excuse me, he said, venomous in your voice, I need to go back and train for our upcoming expedition. You turned to leave as you walked to the door. Wait, Ellen, I didn't dismiss you yet. He said. You ignored him as he slammed the door to his office, going straight to Hanji's office. Hanji, you said as the Titan-loving scientist came out of her room. Wayne, what's wrong? She asked as she gestured you in. You were right about Erwin. you said as you let a few tears fall down your face. Shh, you're gonna be fine. Nickname, she said as she patted your back comfortingly. You're gonna be fine, she repeated as you sobbed on her shoulder. After that incident, you stared away at all costs from the commander, using excuses to avoid him by all means. You sat on your horse as you waited for the commander to finish his inspiring speech. You sighed and got yourself ready as the wall gates began to open. Don't die on me, Wayan, Hanji said as she parted. See you later, Wayan, Mike said as she parted as well. Don't die, idiot, you heard Levi say before he took off at the center. You gave them all a determined and confident smile as you now began the 57th expedition. Erwin's point of view. Commander, your orders, I heard a cadet yell as she saw the black flare indicating an aberrant. Change the formation facing northeast. I said before I fired a green flare. Wayan, I mumbled, why am I thinking about her? Erwin, you need to focus on that expedition. Not for some cadet, but she isn't just some cadet. She was my cadet. She is my everything. You better be fucking alive after this, cadet. You were riding your horse forward before you saw the green signal flare. Wayan, help. You were snapped out of your daze as your friend was in the hands of an aberrant. Hold on, you shot back as you prepared for takeoff. Hold on to what exactly? She screamed back, terrified. You flew to the Titan's hand, where she was imprisoned, before you cut her open and caught her mid-fall. Thank you, she said as you smiled and nodded, as you both got back on your horses and rode back to formation. Wayan, watch out, one of your comrades said. Before you could comprehend what happened, another aberrant grabbed you and gave you a lopsided grin. Damn you to hell, you yelled at the Titan as you heard your comrades screaming at you. As the Titan was killed, you didn't notice that your maneuver gear was broken, so you were falling. Wayan, you heard your friend shout before landing on the ground with a bone-crushing thud. What's going on here? You heard the commander say. It's Wayan, sir. Owen's point of view, it's Wayan, sir. Shit, no, it can't be. Wayan, I heard Hanji as she stirred her horse to where we were. Tell me she's fine, Hanji said as she let tears fall down. Good guys, a voice croaked from below us. Wayan, you're gonna live, trust me, Hanji said, frantically looking around us for something to celebrating. No, Hanji, stop. I heard her cough with blood coming out of her mouth. You won't have any time. I can finally rest in peace, Wayan said. Erwin, my name being called, yes. I kept my emotionless facade even though I was breaking inside. I love you, she said, before closing her eyes one last time. I love you too. I broke the facade and cried, knowing she couldn't hear me anymore. Cadet FNLN of the 104th Trainee Corps served well for the freedom of humanity, I said as I calmed my breathing. She died thinking that she was nothing but a toy. She died knowing that she was used. That's the end of that. The recording keeps cutting and it's like really annoying me because I've been trying to make these videos like all day, so yeah.